I'm going to do a quick tutorial on the song All New Materials by Periphery. I'm going to preface by saying that I'm playing it in standard. Typically they play it in drop D and then drop 2 steps from there. I'd also like to play it on my electric, but right now I'm currently between amps, so it wouldn't do much good. So I'm gonna do my best to describe where I'm at on frets, because obviously I don't have markers on the front. They're all up there on the top. So let's get started. This is a very jazz influenced song. They use a lot of jazz chords, which are inverted major sevenths. The first chord is going to be an inverted major set, or inverted E major 7. And it's going to look, or it's going to sound first like this. When you play it, try to mute the low E. I know it's supposed to be dropped and everything. This is just for standard. So you're going to try to mute that low E. So it's going to sound like this. Now that formation looks like that in relation to the 12th fret. You're going to have your pinky on the 13th on the G string, your middle finger on the 11th on the D, and your pointing on B on the 9th or 10th fret there. Now, again, it sounds, and forgive me if it doesn't sound completely right. Acoustics is a lot harder than playing it on electric. So you're going to do that, and the rhythm is so you want to do the, and then for the next part, you're going to put your ring finger down on the B string, right there. My bad. Right there, B string, 12th fret. So it's so. So do it one more time, slower. You're coming up when you hit that B on the 12th. And then for the next part, you're going to keep the same formation, but take your pointing finger, move it up to the A string on the 9th fret, and then don't bother trying to mute the top string with your thumb, because it's way too much of a spread for most people. I don't know anybody that can do it. So just mute it by, when you're pressing down with your pointing finger, just kind of barely touch the top one. See how I'm doing there? So as you can see, it's still the same formation as the first chord. Alright, so far pretty easy, as long as you have independence for your fingers and such. Again, this is, if you're a beginner player, don't try learning this. You know, it's a difficult song. So I'm gonna play it again one more time. Now for the next part, it's so it's da 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 on the A string, then you go down to the G string, and then you come up on the E and the B. So Now it's going to just take a lot of practice getting the rhythm and, you know, that spread down. But just keep practicing. It's really difficult. So we're at this formation right here. You're going to keep the exact same positioning, and you're going to move it down so that your pointing finger is going to be on the 4th fret. Now this is a stretch. And remember to keep that E muted as much as you can. Alright, so for reference, the low end E is your E2 is going to be muted, then A4, D6, D6, G on the 8th, B on the 7th, E open. So now this part's a little bit tricky because you also want to, when you come up, you want to hit that E, but when you're going on the downstrokes, you don't want that the high E ringing. So you're gonna have to kind of mute it. How I do it is I mute it with this part of my finger right here. So when I'm holding it down, I tilt it up and I twist my wrist up to get that that kind of mute effect. So you can do that. So I'll play it for you again from what we've practiced so far. So it's alright. Now you're gonna do a really quick gallop type maneuver. So it's so you gotta do the da 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 down, and then you're gonna, on the 2nd fret, you're gonna press on all of the strings from D down to high E, and you're gonna hit it once, and then you're gonna hammer on the G string onto the 4th fret. So reference, it's kind of hard to see with that glare. So hammer on there. So again, we're gonna do alright, so alright, and then we're gonna go and do this power chord, which is a form of a F sharp. So right there, 2nd fret on the low E, and then 4th fret on the A and D. Now this is when, if you're playing in their tuning, you wouldn't make that power chord. Instead, you would just press all 3 of these down. So I'm making that whole step difference with this power chord, just to keep that in mind if you're playing in drop D, or their drop C sharp tuning. So okay, so I'm gonna run through it again just because it's hard to pick up in random places. Alright, so this part, when you go, you're gonna go strum it and then hit that high E, and then you're gonna hit the 4th fret on the B string.